So GlycanAge is a test that evaluates IgG glycosylation, and now I think it's very important to understand what glycosylation is. So glycosylation is a post-translational modification that happens to all of our proteins. This happens to all of our proteins. This is a natural process, and about 60% of our proteins have this modification. So it's not necessarily a question whether you have it or you don't. It's a question of what type of these molecules we can find on your proteins. Now, the term glycosylation, it actually sounds very similar to something that's also very relevant in longevity, which is the term glycation. Glycation is random damage that happens to our proteins, and this is something that we don't want to happen in our body. This can be measured by an already established biomarker, HbA1c, and this is usually used in the context of diabetes and measuring how well somebody is managing their glucose levels. So this is something we're not interested in. We're focusing on glycosylation. Now, depending on the type of glycans we find on your immunoglobulin G, which is the main protein of our adaptive immune system, we can evaluate how much chronic inflammation your body has. And the good thing about this is that you can remeasure it in 3 to 6 months and see how well you're progressing with your longevity protocols. So when we look at glycosylation in the context of aging, and especially when we look at immunoglobulin G, what we have observed is that the type of glycans we find attached to the immunoglobulin G will change as we age. But not only that, but this will also change as chronic inflammation builds up in our body. When you look at glycosylation and other types of biomarkers of aging available on the market, it's very important to understand that the biological age or the output, although it sounds the same, what the information that you get out of it is completely different. So when you look at DNA methylation, telomere length test, you could also look at classical blood panels that can generate a biological age out of it. All of this offers you a different type of information on how you're aging. And we actually often see in clinics that use several biological age tests, you can see that the output will be completely different. And many people would get confused by this because they don't understand the biological reasoning behind this. So this is where education is crucial here. We need to understand what pathway are we exactly looking at. And with glycans, especially IgG glycans, we're looking at the process called inflammaging. So by evaluating your GlycanAge or your glycans, we're able to understand how much damage has this inflammaging done and also how to reverse it. So when we look at IgG glycans, what we have observed is that their patterns of change will be altered up to 10 years before the onset of different diseases. And this includes cardiovascular disease, metabolic disease, women's health, autoimmune diseases as well. So with doing a GlycanAge test 10 years, but hopefully before that, you will be able to understand what risks you have and what diseases you're susceptible to, and therefore make meaningful changes in order either to slow down this process of disease development or altogether stop it, hopefully. So when we started GlycanAge, this was done from a full blood sample, it was done from plasma, and it was a very clunky process. Now, because we wanted to bring it to the mass market, what we actually built is a testing kit that includes lancets, Band-Aids, disinfecting wipes, everything you need to do the sampling at home, and this is what the kit includes. And the most important part of the kit is the blood collection card. So when we ship the kit to a patient or to a clinic, they're able to do the sampling on the spot. It requires a simple finger prick test, so it's a blood test. We need 4 drops of blood. We let it dry, and this is then shipped to our lab, which is in Zagreb. We analyze the results, and then these results are uploaded to a dashboard from which the patient can access their results. Now, the final and the crucial step of the GlycanAge testing is the consultation. So we offer in-house specialists to be available to all of our patients and clients to consult with, to really understand what the results mean and how to improve their life. GlycanAge is actually already used in clinical settings, and we're right now partnered with about 1,500 different clinics that use GlycanAge in absolutely every aspect of improving lifespan and longevity of their clients. So this is everything from truly longevity clinics, but also HRT clinics, integrative medicine, functional medicine. So there's a whole range of different types of partners, we call them, that we work with and that use GlycanAge in their programs in order to optimize their patients' regimes, and then also obviously to track it through time and then adapt as needed.